What's going on, guys? This is episode 1 of My Perspective. The format looks like this. Some commentary on last episode, then some behind the scenes, and a teaser for next episode. Now I have a lot of ideas of what I want to do for these behind the scenes episodes. That includes tricks that I've learned along the way and tech that I use, and some background information on different editorial choices that I've made for Perspective. But first up, let's talk about last week's episode.
And I saw myself and the bike on the ground, and I saw all my coworkers running to the crash site, I guess you could call it. And there was cars and pulling over, doors were flying open, people running up to me. It was pretty. I don't have the word for it. Bizarre.
And first thing I'm always going to want to do is search the comment section of last week's episode to find any perspectives or questions that I might have the answers to. Okay, so there was not too much, but it was just the first episode. And honestly, it had such an amazing response. Over 350 views in the first few days and over 40 hours of watch time, guys. I can only say thank you so much for just peeking in on that first episode. Now, Jay also posted this video on his own social media, but for privacy, I'm not going to scroll through it. However, it did get a lot of comments, and honestly, I was so inspired. See, Jay has a lot of friends, and just seeing how happy they were to see that he's persevered through his traumas and just to have him still around, it honestly, it touched my heart. And I'm thankful to have met him. Like, I didn't know him at all before this, and he let me tell his story. So I just want to say, Jay, thank you. And I'm glad that I can now call you a friend.
She had on her favorite Tommy Hilfiger red hoodie. She had a pair of pants on, her jeans, her favorite jeans, and she had on her white Reebok running shoes. Love them. And I saw that and I thought, oh boy. And then she looked at me, she smiled, she grabbed this shoulder because she was sitting on this side of me in the ambulance. She goes, "It's gonna be okay, don't worry." And we hung out for 2 weeks, man.
So a lot of this video did focus on Jay as a flatliner, and that makes sense because that's what I titled the video. And honestly, I did think it was the most compelling piece, like an out-of-body experience. When I watch back the video and I reflect on it, the thing I think about the most is if Jay really did meet his Aunt Vivian when he was in a coma, or was it just some lucid dream type state? Regardless, it was real. It was a real experience for him. And it makes me reflect on all the people that I've been close to that have passed away. What advice would they give to me in that moment? I assume they would say, "Kyle, you gotta go back. You got more stories to tell." But I definitely know a few who would say, "Kyle, you gotta go back because you haven't even learned how to make your bed yet." But I know for Jay, the most important part of his story was his recovery. See, Jay has been working for some time with people who have been recovering from traumatic brain injuries. And he says that he's going to use this interview to help keep inspiring those who are suffering. And I just want to say, Jay, good luck with everything. Do you like those glitch titles? I've used it a couple times now, so I just want to make sure that they make sense. Just tell me what you think. Okay, like I said earlier, I have a lot of ideas of what I want to do for these behind the scenes. But this is episode 1, so I wanted to take a little bit of time to say thank you to 3 people in particular who have really helped me get this project off the ground.
Woohoo! Yes! Wow! Woo! Man, way to go!
I hope that was super dramatic for you 3 specifically. So I've been working on this project for a little over a year now. And along the way, I've bounced ideas off of various friends and family. And you've all honestly helped me so much. Getting this project going has been a lot more stressful than I would have ever thought. And just what goes behind making sure that the videos are quality, yeah. I thought I knew what I was doing, but it's so much learning that I'm continuing to do even today. But my friends Kayla, Mike, and Colin have actually given up a lot of their own time to help me shoot these videos. Now for Kayla, I don't have a lot of photos or videos of her that I can kind of show as B-roll right now, mainly because when she's there, I'm usually interviewing somebody, so I don't have time to turn around and do that. However, I do have a video of her dancing.
I kind of feel sorry for them, 'cause they'll never know you the way that I do.
Kayla has come to a lot of my interviews, including Jay's, and it's helped me so much in terms of speeding up the process. Because she's there, I get to heighten the quality and just get different looks. She's also super creative, so I get to bounce all my ideas off of her. Mike was my first friend who got involved, and he's actually the one who designed the logo. He's also helped me organize all my thoughts and strategies for this channel. And he's hilarious, so it's great bringing him out with me when I'm shooting bigger questions. It keeps me motivated. And Colin's actually come with me to shoot all the bigger questions episodes. And he's actually the one who's behind the camera interviewing most of the streeters. He's also the one who took this B-roll, which I've shown like 15 times already, but I just love it and I think it's super creative. And his creative versatility has really come in handy for that extra kind of stuff that I need done when I just don't have the time to do it. Oh, and he's also a dancer. Now I know this behind the scenes didn't come with any tips or tricks or real editorial decisions, and I thought it was important to say thank you, but not just to those three. Everyone who I've spoken to over the last year and bounced ideas off of. Honestly, in a world of uncertainty, you all help motivate me. But sappiness is over now. This Thursday, 4 p.m., I am dropping the first episode of Bigger Question. And although this series is also all about perspective and empathy, it has a completely different feel from Meaning of Life, so you gotta check it out. And this time, give me your perspectives in the comment section, so next Tuesday, I can reflect on them on the next episode of My Perspective. Roll the teaser. Death. For all those who are living, it is the only experience we are all guaranteed to have. When the heart stops, all life processes go out because there's no blood getting to the brain, to the kidneys and the liver, and we become lifeless and motionless. But that's just the time we've been described as dead. And we've all thought about it. What happens after that?
You essentially go into a higher dimension, so that would mean that
I'm not a religious believer, so for me, I just think that you die and your family lives on.
I think if you're a bad person, you come back as like a mountain or like rocks or trees.
I believe there is definitely like something afterlife, but my guess would be like some kind of energy.
Only because I was in a situation where I did nearly die.